Hello class, I put week 12, 13, and 14 together so that you could do the argumentative research essay, or R for short. And notice that it's going to go from 11:4 to 11:24. I think that the Thanksgiving break is in there somewhere. It may not be, but let's go through this. So I'm going to jump over here. You can go through this stuff here. I'm going to go over the prompt in 1 second, but for week 12, find a partner for the research paper. You can work alone. I'll go over that more in a minute. Annotated bibliography, what are databases, and a sample of an annotated bibliography. You will be putting together an annotated bibliography, which I will go over in a second. And then on week 13, the annotated bibliography is due November 13th. And then on week 14, your research paper will be due November 24th. Although you have 3 weeks to work on this, I do not put it off to the last second. So next I'm going to go over to the argumentative research essay. Let's go over the prompt. So basically you've gone over the Mary J. Blige video where we saw Joyce, who was the abused woman, and we saw Paul, who was the drug addict, and then there was Pelon, who is the cholo, or the gang member. So in previous, we looked at them and compared and contrast them. Now, as we compare and contrast them, we're going to choose which one will be able to break their cycle. So, here we are for the R, or the argumentative research. You are to compare and contrast at least 2 of these people again. However, this time you will also have to determine who will be most likely to remain free from their vicious cycle. So you can look at this in a second. So if I were going to do the paper, I may say that although Joyce will most likely break her cycle of being abused woman, comma, others may believe that Paul will break his cycle of abuse. This way you have to choose one person, the number 1 choice for you, which for me would be, I think that Joyce will be able to break it. However, since this is argumentative, your argument, you have to bring in another person that others may feel would be more likely to break the cycle. That way you need to dispute that throughout the essay. Or you can have one paragraph, your opposing paragraph, like we did last week when we opposed logos and pathos. So remember, in an argumentation paper, you want to bring in the other side. And then you want to spin it back to your view. You want to bring in the other side, or your readers may think you're trying to hide something and that your evidence isn't as strong as you think it is for the person that you have chosen. So chose 2. One you're for, one you're kind of for, but that'll be the opposing. So, and look at their race, look at their socioeconomic status, look at where they live. These will all help determine it. So here, the requirements: you must have this 10 pages in length. This does not include the works cited page. You have to have at least 10 in-text citations, and these must come from 10 different sources. So your works cited page should have 10 different entries. Now you may do 12 in-text citations, 2 from the same article. That's fine, but you need a total of 10 different sources. This paper is going to be due by November 24th. We are not peer revising these. However, if you want to send me your thesis, that's good. Or if you haven't used online tutoring, go ahead and try. Online tutoring is right here. If you click on here, I'll put up a video. It used to be called Net Tutor, but I'll put a video here so that you know how to use it. But you can upload your paper there. Choose 2 items that you want them to look at, the company, and they will review the paper for you and send it back to you. And they type in over the words like I do in your essays, between the lines. Make sure it's double spaced. Okay, so again, that's due November 24th. Plan of action: join create a group. Now you don't have to be in a group, but if you want to be, that's fine. But if you are in a group, I would choose a leader. This person will organize everything for you. So that's the essay paper. Look over these instructions, watch this video again if you must. Now the next point I'm going to go to is the annotated bibliography, which you should do first. So your annotated bibliography is due Wednesday, October 13th. October 13th, I think that should be November 13th. I'm going to change that. So here you can see what is an annotated bibliography. Go over all of that. What you need is 15 resources. And out of those 15 resources, you'll probably find 10 that you'll want to use in your paper. So in a way, this is gathering your research, putting it in order, and then when you get to your paper, you have all the research already annotated and put in a bibliography for easy retrieval. So let me see here. What is an annotated bibliography? I'm actually just going to go to the sample. Yeah, you can look over this. Let me go, and there are videos here for you to watch, but I want to go over the sample one. Bear with me. Sample, good. So let's open this up. Notice that the annotated bibliography will look like this. And if you're in a group with the names across, instructor's name, it looks just like the MLA heading. Okay, the topic. What is your topic of your research paper? The thesis statement here. If you don't have one while you're putting together information, just put working thesis. The annotated bibliography will go here. Then it's just like doing your MLA works cited page, last name, author, where you found the information, and access date is needed here. And then what you're going to do is, I really just want you to type up a summary of the article, a quick summary. In this article I found blah 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 blah, and evaluate the source. Is the author legitimate? Don't find anything from Wikipedia, stuff like that. I really just want you to have a nice paragraph, so when you look at it again, you'll say, ah, now I know why I chose this article. So look this over. And then the next one, Hill, and it goes in alphabetical order like the works cited page. So your annotated bibliography will look like this. And in the yellow are the notes that I have added. So I know this is a lot to throw at you, but I think once you, well, not think, I know that once you have gone through everything, maybe watch this video again. But again, the annotated bibliography will come first. Decide on who you think will be able to break the cycle of abuse, the cycle of drugs, or the cycle of being caught up in the gang life. You have to do research for that. Can you bring in logos and pathos and a personal experience? Yes, but make sure you bring in facts and statistics. Remember to look at the race of the people. What kind of help is out there? Who has the most access to that help? Would a black poor lady have more access than a white man? All the stuff you need to ask as you're doing your research. And the databases here, look at that. Use databases that will really help you. And when you go through the instructions of the annotated bibliography, I'm very specific about how many of your articles have to come from databases which carry or hold articles that are peer-reviewed. So we know that they are reliable, they're valid. So week 12, 13, and 14. 12, get in a group, start doing your annotated bibliography. The annotated bibliography is due November 13th, not October 13th. And then the research paper will be due November 24th. So good luck, everybody. Watch this video again. Look through things thoroughly. Thank you.